Welcome! Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, folks. Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques!
Halt!
Jacques!
Halt!
Hello, folks. Hello to everybody. Hello. A
Yes,
thousand
sir.
subscribers. You see the thousand
Thousand,
hat? A
thousand,
thousand.
thousand,
A thousand.
thousand, a
Yes,
thousand,
sir. Yes, sir, man.
thousand.
A
Yep.
thousand. A thousand. Hey guys, we appreciate everyone subscribing to our channel, man. We're up to 1,000, man. We've been working, man, and you guys have been watching our shows, man. We truly appreciate it, man. We had surprisingly, we had a lot of viewers as far as minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, well above what the criteria is, and now we got to 1,000 subscribers. So again, we attribute that to you all, man. We appreciate everything. You know what I'm saying? Hey, pop
Right.
your bottles. I see you, Courtney Hawkins. I see you. I see you.
Nah,
Pop the bottles. 1,000, baby. Woo, woo, woo.
nah,
You
you
know what I'm
right.
saying?
You right, Hawk. Like this journey that we've been on, man, since the beginning has been amazing. And just to get on here and do this and share our time as a Titans fan and with the Titans fans and chopping it up with them, man. This is dope, man. So
Yep.
hey, I'll never forget. I told Hawk, I said, once we hit 500, it's not no going back, man. No going back. So
That's right.
once we hit that 500, man, he hit the ground running. So now we really appreciate y'all, man. Y'all, one for y'all, you wouldn't be here. So,
That's right.
but definitely,
Respect.
man.
And we're so glad to have Titan fans, man, who love the Titans just as much as we do too, man. You know what I mean? And what's up, Shaolin? Fantastic. William Jones, Captain Trips, Jeremiah Robinson, what's going on? We love the Titans just like you guys do, man, like to the core. Like, I don't care about no other team but the Titans. That's my squad, and so and most people will label the Titans as a small market team, and I get that, man. But I'm gonna tell you, man, I think we have the best fans in the world. And and you guys have attributed to us and our subscriber list, man. We appreciate it, man. We really do, man. We really
Right,
do.
right. Like you
Yep.
said, man. Best fan. They don't think Titans fans gonna come out and show out, man. We come out, we show out, we do what we got to do, and it's just, hey, we ride just as hard as the Cowboys fans or the Steelers
Yep.
fans do. So we ride for our team just like that, man. And it's cool to be on this journey, man. Like with everything, how everything's been going on for the past 2 years? Been about 2 years, ain't
2
it?
years. Going
Yeah.
on 2 years in October.
2
Yep.
years, yep. So, man, it's been dope, man. It's been dope.
Yep.
I've been having fun doing this. It's been a ball, man. It's
Sure
been a
has
ball.
been. It has been a great time. Andre Jackson, we see you, bro.
Yes,
So yes,
sir.
we've had a great time. And later in the show, man, we're gonna have a subscriber appreciation, man. So just stay tuned. We'll discuss that a little bit later in the show. We're gonna celebrate our 1,000, but man, we have a lot to talk about, man, as far as celebration and congratulations, man. Definitely to that boy, King Henry.
Your boy, man.
My
Your
boy,
boy. Your
rocking a
boy.
22. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? 2-2. Welcome back.
Boy. Right.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Right.
sir. Yes,
Right.
sir. Johnny Atkins Jr., what's going on, man? I
Salute.
saw Big Al P up in the house too, man.
Yep,
Al
Al
P,
P.
the king. What's going
Al
on?
P was one of the first ones. Him and Jeremiah was one of the first ones in here, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. So for those who just tune in again, man, we just want to just say thank you again, man, for getting us to 1,000 subscribers. Man, we're not gonna stop, man. We have so much content, especially when the season starts. Oh my God, y'all have no idea what we have us in store, man. As far as guests, man, we got so much. I'm telling y'all, you just wait. You
Bring the
just
heat.
wait. We're gonna
Bring
bring.
the heat, man.
Y'all thought the Bitch Young interview or something? Just wait.
Bring the heat.
Just wait.
We're gonna bring some more heat, man. Hey, just get ready. Like you said, once the season starts, man, it's gonna be dope, man. But how everything is, you know what I mean? It's crazy. The coach plays, man. Shout out.
Coach Plays, what's going on, bro? What's happening? AZ Mick, what's good? Coach
Man.
Plays, how you doing, man?
Man, we haven't talked to Coach Plays in a while, man.
Yes,
wow.
yes. Yeah,
So,
man.
Definitely, man. But man, it's good to be here, man. Comic God, shout out, man. Tighten up.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, man. So if you guys will see us like in person, man, when we discuss Titans, man, me and Jacques will talk for hours, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, Tito Jackson, bro, that's hilarious. Man.
Hey, it's the quarantine, bro.
I know. That's why I got my hat on too, man. You know what I'm saying? But if you guys watch us, man, like, man, we talk Titans, man, unbelievably, man. It's just natural. You know
It's
what I
natural.
mean?
It is.
It is.
It
It
is.
is.
It's always been like that. Like
Yep.
literally, it's ever since I met this guy. It's been Titans. We talk Titans, man, and we just passionate about it, man. It just happened to turn into something. So it's
Yes,
amazing,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir. King Isaac, what's good?
Tony Johnson, tighten
Tony
up.
Johnson, what's good? Tighten up, man. Tighten up. So yeah, so just a kind of a small background, man, of the show, man. It was a guy that we used to work with several years ago, and one day I found out that Jacques was a Titans fan, and man, I don't know, it just clicked, man. We just started talking Titans, man, and very similar to what we do on the show. And at work, what we didn't know was and realize it was so many people around us that would just sit there and watch us and listen to us talk because most of them were Titan fans, right? And we didn't realize how much they really just enjoyed us talking. You know what I mean? And Darker Time was good. And so what ended up happening, we ended up going into like different jobs or whatever, some years later. And I had a guy that called me, a good friend of ours as well. He called and he was like, man, have you ever thought about doing a podcast, man? You and Jacques, man. He's like, you guys were just entertaining, man. Like, we learned so much about the Titans and football in general. And I was like, damn, that's a great idea, man. That's a great idea, dude. So I spun that to Jacques, man. Jacques was on board immediately.
Right.
And man, from there, dude, it
took
is
off.
what it is, man. It took off, man. It took off. So I'm so glad, man. I couldn't have a better partner on the show than
Man,
you,
likewise.
Jacques, man. You know what I'm saying? For
Likewise,
real, bro.
Like you said, man, from the first time like you said, when we used to work together, the talking Titans, and I never forget the actual game that we broke down was when we was playing the Raiders. And you was like, man, we got these boys. And all of a sudden, we just started chopping it up, man. And I was like, oh, man. I said, this cat know what he's talking about. So from when you called me like, hey, man, hey, we're going to do the show. What you think about it? I was like, man, count me in. Count me in now. What we got? So, man, it's been amazing, man, to just sit here and just talk Titans with my partner. You know what I mean? And I couldn't have a better co-host, man. So, hey, we bounce off, man. And then, like you said, with the quarantine and everything, what's going on with COVID, man, it puts a damper, but we figured out how to make it work. You know what I mean? And we've reached 1,000. Like, it's been a long time coming, man. But like I said, shout out to the Titan community, man. We all are just here, like literally, like just all just came out the dirt. Like all of a sudden, we got a bunch of Titans podcasts. So just our enjoyment is bringing content to y'all and just seeing how we all talk Titans and we know our team. We want to vent when we lose or if we win. We want to vent and just enjoy ourselves. So it's pretty dope, man, to see us trying to get our following up, like how the Cowboys and the Steelers and even the Bills have their little fan base. So, nah, man, we Titans, we bleed blue, man. That's what we do.
Yes, sir. To the core, man. LGRW, what's good? The GOAT, CJ2K, Courtney Jackson, what's good? What's happening?
Salute.
Yes, sir. Salute, man. Absolutely. So yeah, man, this has been a great journey, man. And I clearly remember about the Raiders, man. You and me, when we sat down, I said, man, let's look at this team. Because at that time, everybody was talking about the Raiders, this and that. And I'm like, dude, their team is trash. Their defense, and this the year Derek Carr had a really good year that year.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, okay, Derek Carr kind of good at that point in time. And the defense, everybody was talking about the Raiders defense, and we was looking at their roster like, man, these guys aren't that good.
They just guys. That's what we was like. We were like, they just guys, literally.
Dude, right. Bunch of 1- and 2-year dudes that were like 5th-round picks out there starting. And I was like, they're not really talking about that much, man. But I'm telling you, they're going to shred them apart. That's exactly what happened. Right. And from there, I was like, man, that boy Jacques know his stuff, man. Like,
right.
Real,
likewise.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
same, dog. Same.
Yep.
Oh, man.
So, again, thanks again, folks, for the 1,000 subscribers. Again, later on, man, we're going to have a subscriber appreciation. But I'm gonna tell you this, man. We are about to get into the show, man.
That's news.
Big news, as you all aware of, man. Derrick Henry, man, the king.
Yep.
All hail to the king. I should have had my king crown, man.
Right.
Congratulations, Derrick Henry, man. I want to give you a big high five, man. Hey, bro, well deserved. You know what I'm saying? Deserved, man. Like, salute to you, King Henry. We're so proud to have him on our team for the next 4 years, man. As you know, Jacques, again, Derrick Henry, I've been a Derrick Henry fan since day one. Before he started going off, I was saying back then, I was like, dude, Derrick Henry should be playing right now. They should have him on the field right now. The only time that I was partial was when DeMarco Murray was here. When he left, when he got or started getting banged up, Derrick Henry was on like 3 carries a game. Like, what the hell are they doing? Put Derrick Henry in the game. Are you serious? Yes. Exactly. And because you got to look at it, folks. Derrick Henry was a winner in high school. He's a second all-time leading rusher in high school history.
5,000.
Unbelievable what Derrick Henry was doing. He was like averaging like 400 yards a game in rushing in Florida, at Florida, high school. Then at Alabama, the year that he won the Heisman in the national championship, that was because of Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry was a beast. So Derrick Henry has a history of, look, man, I'm going to carry this team on my back. I'm going to do my thing. Y'all follow me. We're going to win football games.
Right. And it goes to the NFL. I mean, of course, he had a slow start. We know that. You know what I mean? Because of DeMarco and with the trade and bringing DeMarco in to basically show him the ropes, get him going. Because at first, a minute there, he was struggling. And that's just the NFL. That's what happens when you're in the NFL. Missing holes. That was my biggest gripe about Derrick. I was like, Derrick, you're missing the hole. Just all you got to do is your vision. You need to correct your vision. Get your vision right. But I'll never forget, like, Hawk, that was Hawk's boy. That's still Hawk's boy. And Hawk, I always say potential. And when I started looking at Derrick Henry at Alabama, I was like, no, D. Henry is a beast. And he was one of the reasons why we got to where we got to this year, right? Exactly. And I knew he was something special when the year before, when he, in a stretch of 5 games, he rushed for 1,000 yards. That is insane, okay? That is insanity.
Insane.
And then you top it up by this year being the rushing leader at 1, 2, carrying us through the playoffs, because we know it was him who carried us through the playoffs. Him in the defense. Not knocking anything with Tannehill or anybody else, but it was handed to the king. If you can't stop him, keep running him, right? So, no, a deal had to get done. It's just the thing about it was, when was it going to get done? And also the thing about, I'm not seeing a lot of people panicking, saying, oh, man, we're going to miss the deadline. Remember, people, we still have the next offseason to sign them. We still have the mid-season to sign them. So I wasn't in no panic mode, but I'm glad a deal got done. And we'll talk about what you think about the price. Do you think it was, did they undercut them? Was it a good deal? What you think?
I'm going to tell y'all this, guys, as far as the deal itself, okay? I think people are glossy-eyed looking at the Patrick Mahomes contract, right? $503 million, okay?
Half a bill.
Right, exactly, $500 million. Patrick Mahomes walking around like this. But when you look at Derrick Henry's contract at $50 million, you can't compare running backs to quarterbacks, okay? I get that. But when you look at Derrick Henry's contract, he's the 5th highest paid running back in the league, okay? That's behind Ezekiel Elliott, Le'Veon Bell, David Johnson, and Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey with an S at number 1 overall. And you got to look at, he catches the ball, runs the ball, kick, return, he does a whole lot. So when you look at Derrick Henry's contract, I'm going to tell you guys, I think it works in favor for both the team and Derrick Henry. What it does for Derrick Henry, one is, because next year, just say if he didn't sign the deal, next year, man, it's a bunch of running backs that's going to be out there as a free agent. Man, it's like 10 running backs out there that are free agents, okay? So for him, he's looking at it like, let me go ahead and sign my deal right now, right? Let me go ahead and do it right now. The biggest part of it is that signing bonus. Not only is he getting 12.5 next year, he's getting $25 million next year too. So right up front, he's got $45 million, damn near right in his pocket, right? And compared to just making $2 million last year. So he had a big payday, right? But when you look at the contract, the full contract at $50 million as a team, bro, that's a team-friendly contract, dude. That is because Derrick Henry could have said, look, man, I'm the offense, bro. I'm 80% of what we do, man. 50 million. How much is Le'Veon Bell making? 60? Okay. Right. I want 70 million. How much is Christian McCaffrey getting? 110. Okay, that's cool. I'll take 110. Okay, cool. Give me 80 million, right? I want 80 million. Derrick Henry could have done that. So, but he didn't. Right. And so that lets us know, what does that let you know, John? We talked about this. You said, I'm not going to take that from you for what you said as to why he did that.
So before we do that, shout out to Derrick, man, Larger from Bring the Juice podcast, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, in the house. Appreciate, salute. Hey, fantastic Coach podcast. If y'all haven't checked out that collab we did, go check it out. Great video.
And they great, man. They got a lot of good content, man. Check out their show, the Bring the Juice podcast. Check it out.
They do. So the reason why I say this is a good deal is because Derrick, loves Tennessee. That's number one. Yep. He said, hey, you guys took a chance on me when 31 other teams didn't want to take a chance on me. And that's facts, okay? So he already has a chip on his shoulder. Number 2, Derrick loves Alabama, right? Alabama's not too far from Tennessee, not too far from Nashville, right?
Yep.
Number 3, he's a team guy, okay? This is what I respect about Derrick Henry. He's a team guy to the point where, hey, I'll take a team-friendly deal to bring in more talent. I want to win a Super Bowl, right?
Yep.
I got a taste of the finish line. I didn't get to the finish line, but I got a taste of it. So what this does is like, hey, you know what, John? I'll meet y'all in the middle. I've signed a team-friendly deal. Can y'all bring in Jadavion? Can y'all bring in more talent? Yep. I want to win, right? I mean, think about that, people. That's something hard. That's hard to do as a professional, especially as a professional athlete. What you have done last season, being the rushing champion, right?
Yep.
Taking your team to the AFC Championship, and you only got $50 million. That tells me it's not about the money.
Yep.
It's all about, hey, I'm trying to win a Super Bowl. I'm used to winning. I won in high school. I won in Alabama. I wanted a Super Bowl. Think about it, people. We almost got to the Super Bowl. We touched it and got pulled back by those Kansas City Chiefs. So my thing is, it works out for both teams because we actually saved money. We saved cap space, people. I think we got, what, $4 million?
Yep.
$4 million in cap space? That tells me, okay, we got $4 million now. Hey, John Robinson this is a checklist. If I've never seen a checklist done right, if people want to learn how to do a checklist and achieve your goals, look at what John Robinson is doing. Check, hey, sign Tannehill. Check, sign Henry. Check, get Conklin's replacement. Check. Yeah, I seen a meme. I said that's perfect. We still circled on Clowney, and now we'll get to Clowney in a minute. But Henry, I mean, that's the crazy thing about it. That's what I love about it is Henry has garnered more respect from me because he's a team guy. Yep. And this is what John Robinson brings in, team first guys. Not all about the money, because the money will come if you do your job, right? So it's such if they wanted to.
If they wanted to, that's right.
If they wanted to. But I think Derrick almost would want to retire as a Titan. That's how much he loves the team. So, man, hey, the king is home. We have a quarterback. We brought in pieces. Man, I am geeked, bro.
Me too, man. Me too, man. What's up, Lion King 81? I see you, bro. Let's see. We got Dylan Kimbrough. What's good? So, looking at what the coach plays even said, he says it's crazy how the Texans are paying David Johnson more per year than Derrick Henry. That's crazy, man. Right. So, you know, again, and Common God even said that, you know, Chris Johnson got paid more even 9 years ago than Derrick Henry did. You know, it's crazy, man. Yeah, man.
He did. So, I mean, just to see how that deal played out and how John did it. John did it. Definitely. That's funny. Al Sharpton. That's funny.
I look like Al Sharpton. That's funny.
But how he did it so sly, man, where he literally took it and did it under our noses because he had everybody thinking, hey, we wasn't going to get the job done. Shout out to Brian. I see you, Grover. Shout out to you, bro. But thinking we wasn't going to get the deal done. But we actually got the deal done, literally. And that's how John works. John is not going to show you his hand. John is going to sit back in the shadows. Hey, what we have. Don't panic. And that's why I'm saying now I'm having confidence about you know who, okay?
Yep, agreed. And so, and again, when you look at Derrick Henry's contract, the situation is, hey, go ahead and get your money, man. You know what I mean? Because, next year's not promised. I mean, we might not even have a football season this year.
Right.
And when you play running back, God forbid this happens. Say he gets hurt, and then next year comes around, right? Then he's trying to look for a contract, and we know how the NFL is shaft players. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, he paying him. He tore his ACL. I'm good. Here's $3 million for you, bro. Good luck, right? Derrick Henry got his money. He's got his guaranteed dollars, and again, he's making $12.5 million next year and this year. So, and throughout his contract. So, so it's a good thing that he went on and signed this, man. And again, I really do feel this is a team-friendly deal because I think Derrick Henry could have made a little bit more noise. But at the same time, the Titans could have too. And been like, okay, well, if you want to hold out, that's cool. That's cool. And so we'll just try to make it work. Sign some free agent running backs. Yes, it would have sucked, but the Titans could have pulled a strong hand too. And I think they both came to the table with the right deal, and we got them. You know what I'm saying?
Corey B had a point. He said Henry didn't fall for the hype, a.k.a. Zeke Elliott. He really wants to win. That's facts. I mean,
Facts.
that's facts. I mean, all day, literally. Like you don't. That tells me we don't have any selfish players in our organization that wants to get paid. That's what I'm saying, and that's what I love about this team. That's why, like I told Hawk earlier, I said I can see this team in the next 5 years, 6 years, continuing to be build and build and build. And we get us a Super Bowl, like our first Super Bowl, because of how the team is being built and how the continuity is there. How everybody is still here. Like, when is the last time the Titans have had continuity like this where we bought back our quarterback? And I mean, literally, you can look back at the Chris Johnson days, but literally, it goes back to the Eddie and Steve days, man. The continuity was there. We was always a tight-knit team. So I'm starting to see the same thing happen now. Is we're a tight-knit team. You see what I'm saying? So we got some great things coming down the horizon as an organization. And yeah, we might lose pieces here and there, but I've always said this, and I'll keep saying this. John Robinson will draft your replacement, and your replacement might be better than you or just as good as you. So it's not a big drop-off.
Right. Correct. So man, we are ecstatic, man. Somebody said I got the microphone by my eyeball. It's this hat, man. It's the hat. I can't put it over my big head in this hat, man. But I'll say, man, I was so ecstatic, when we found out that, because, hey, man, I had a real sad day the other day because I was sitting there thinking, man, I can't believe we're not going to get a deal done for Derrick Henry. You got to be kidding me. And I actually was down because I had confidence that we would sign Derrick Henry to a long-term deal. I almost like, oh, man, we'll do that. That's no problem. And then the news had come out from Adam Schefter to say, hey, it's not going to get done and things. And I was like, man, you got to be kidding me. And then all of a sudden, at the last hour, boom, Derrick Henry's in conversations right now with them right now. Bro, that made my day, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like that. And man, I text you immediately. I said, bro, it's done. Let's go. I was just very excited. And so, now we got the King back. He's the face of the franchise. He is our offense for the most part, and so, when people look at the Titans and look at, okay, what's our identity? We are a running football team, ladies and gentlemen, and Derrick Henry's the reason. And so we've signed him. Again, he's not being overpaid, I don't think, man.
I mean, like you said, it's a friendly deal. I mean, it's one of the friendliest deals I've ever seen. Like, I mean, they gave him a Barney deal, and I'm like, literally, like, wow, that's dope. So just to see how it transpired, and like I said, people don't count out J-Rob, man. J-Rob, we trust, literally. Like, don't count him out because he's going to get some type of deal done. And just to see how we are sold up for 5 years. We have Tannehill for 5 years. Now we just got to address small things on our team. We still got one big hole to address, but it's okay for us now to go out and draft. We don't have to draft and we don't have to panic draft, right? We don't have to draft a left tackle. We don't have to draft a running back. We don't have to draft a quarterback. We might have to draft a receiver, yes, but it's not nothing big. So we have draft capital. We have something to play with.
That's true.
I mean, we go out and trade. I mean, literally, we have so many things sold up. It's ridiculous, man. When is the last time this has happened? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, I'm excited, dog. Like I am geeked. Like when I seen it come across, I said, okay, we'll get a deal done. My thing was we were gonna get a deal done. Was it with the deadline? Maybe not, but J-Rob was able to pull it off. So
sure was, man. Sure was. Kelvin Beatty, what's good? Captain Trips, we see you, bro. C-Dub, my boy, 456. What's good with you, man? D09 Motivation, what's happening? I ain't seen that name in a minute. How you doing, man?
Right.
501 Young 44. Yeah, man, Cali boy. That's my boy right there too, man. So, man, you guys make up some great questions, man, and we are definitely going to get into that, man, here later in the show. Definitely.
Get them likes up. Let's get them likes up, man.
Sir. Yes, sir. Get them likes up, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, Jacques, man, so we talked about Derrick Henry. Again, congratulations to us, but definitely congratulations to the King. You know what I mean? So, Jadeveon Clowney. So you just mentioned that, Derrick Henry is like, hey, man, hey, we'll welcome you with open arms, right, Jadeveon? You know what I'm saying? We got the money. The money's there for you. We got the money reserved for a defensive end, for a pass rusher. So now, my confidence level's still been high the entire time. Yours have been kind of high, sometimes down, up and down. How do you feel today, bro? Since Derrick Henry signed his contract, what you think?
I feel better. Let me say this. Okay. If I got to put a percentage on it, I'm going 75%. I'll go higher, maybe 80. And the reason why I say that is because it makes too much sense now, man, to where We've shored up all this cap space. We have the money. I heard Clowney done dropped his price to 17 mil. So now only thing that's lacking is a physical. He didn't take the deal from the Raiders because the Raiders offered him money. Everybody has offered him money, but he hasn't taken the deal. So now my confidence level is J Rob again. J Rob we trust, right? J Rob is like, hey, we ain't gonna do nothing until we pat you down, bro. You got to do a physical. It has to be done. So I'm definitely at an 80% now that we just playing a long game. Be patient. Hey, we're going to sign Clowney. It just may not be tomorrow. It may not be the next day, but they are in talks. Clowney really wants to play for his old coach. You see what I'm saying? He has his best friend here, Joseph. Literally, like that's why we brought him in, was to bring in Clowney. Let's complete the puzzle. The puzzle is missing one piece, and we need to complete that one puzzle. So, no, definitely, my confidence level is high now, man. And Derrick is starting to be a spokesperson for Clowney. Hey, we'll love to have you. We'll love to have you. So what that tells me is everybody in that room is saying the same thing. Hey, we want Clowney. Let's figure out how we can get in Clowney. He's the missing piece. We know he might not get 9 or 10 or 15 sacks, but he'll be that distraction because it's all it is a distraction for Vic Beasley, Harold Landry, Big Jeff in the middle, Daquan. You know what I mean? So definitely. But how about you, man?
My confidence level is still the same, man. It wasn't 90%. I might be like at 92% right now for Jadeveon Clowney. With Derrick Henry saying that today, to me, that builds the confidence in the organization, and it puts things in a spotlight. Mm-hmm. It puts things in perspective because it lets people know the Titans want you, bro. We got the money too, so it's just a matter of Jadeveon Clowney saying, you know what, man, I'm good. Let's do this, right? I think it's on Jadeveon, and Jadeveon has the right to make it last as long as he wants, and that's okay. He might be strategizing the best that he can to kind of figure out, okay, who else could come up to the table. It's just like being a top candidate. When you are interviewing for a job, you want to be suited by the best, and I think that's what he's doing now. With the situation was going on in the world now, the NFL might not even start. So, Clowney might not be even be in a rush right now. But I still think, man, he just kind of playing right now, and I do think eventually we will sign him. The team wants him, man. John Robinson wants him. I mean, John Robinson's even mentioned Jadeveon Clowney. And see, that's one thing about Derrick Henry. That's why he was so glad to sign the contract, because he was like, 31 teams passed me up. And I'm so glad that they wanted me. Everyone wants to feel wanted. I don't care who you are. You want to be wanted by your job, your spouse, your children, anything. You want to be wanted. And so Clowney has that with us. And I think that's going to really play a big part for him. I've heard about the Raiders. I've heard about the Cowboys, the Saints and things. I get that. But I really just think, man, looking at the puzzle pieces here, when you look at Mike Vrabel, you look at Jonathan Joseph, you look at that. Now you have Derrick Henry, another SEC guy, they're saying, man, come on through, man. Quit playing around, bro. Come on over here, man. And so I do think that Clowney will be here. You know what I'm saying? I really do.
I agree. Shout out to Titans Torch, man. Appreciate it, brother. Tighten up. But no, I mean, you're right. I mean, literally, like that's my confidence on Clowney is like he doesn't have to rush. He doesn't have to rush. Like you said, with everything going on, we don't even, like you said, we don't even know if football is going to be played on time or it couldn't be played. I mean, it's some teams have exit out and they said no fans. So if I'm Clowney, I'm like, okay, hey, do I want to sign a deal right now with everything going on? Or should I just wait and just play it out to next year maybe? Or sign something deal? And I would love to see the Titans get him on a long-term deal because it'll be cheaper. Yeah. It'll be cheaper, man. And you probably can sign him to a little bit more too. They're like a 3-year deal. You know what I mean? If he wants his 17 mil, sign a 17 mil. But it's just something to see. That line is crazy. And a Yannick from the Jags would be dope as well. I mean, we have options. Let me say this. If we don't
LGRW, you're right. We have options.
We have options. So if Clowney doesn't have hype in the workout, J Rob is already on the phone. And that's why I said when I said the capital to literally sit there and you literally have the capital to do it. You see what I'm saying? So definitely.
Yeah, man, definitely. We will. And that's a good point by LGRW and even Alp with the options. Yannick is out there and Duque. I mean, the Jags ain't gonna they're not gonna do nothing with that. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? They're not gonna bring them to the AFC South. You know what I mean?
Right.
But again, if Clowney decides not to sign, the Titans still have the money to bring in somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Everson Griffin, Yannick. I mean, they're players out there. And so we prefer Clowney because of what he can bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing, even if Clowney, say like, I know last year he didn't have a lot of sacks, right? But here's what I'll say. If he comes to the Titans, man, he can get a lot of sacks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because you have Big Beasley. You got Harold Landry. You got Jeffrey Simmons. So you can't put too much attention on Jadeveon Clowney. So he might face a lot of one-on-ones against offensive tackles. Now it's time for you to shine, bro. Against Seattle, he was being double teamed. He put a lot of pressure on the line, and everyone else was eating off of that. I think he comes here. I really do think, man, it's very possible he can get a lot of sacks.
Right.
Yep.
Right. No, I mean, you're right. You're right. Because it's the attention. That's the thing, is the attention that he's going to seek and he's going to garner. And what's going to happen is when he does seek that attention, then everybody else can eat. You know what I'm saying? Then everybody else can come through. Like, it's certain things like that where it's like, hey, what options do we have? You see what I'm saying? So when you got Clowney on the right or left, wherever he's going to play, then you got Landry. Then is it even possible to play all of them at the same time? To imagine to see everybody on the field at the same time. You got Clowney, you have Harold Landry, you have Vic Beasley, you have Jeffrey Simmons, you got Daquan Jones. Literally, I mean, 3 of those can stand up. They stand up off the ball linebackers if they wanted to. You see what I'm saying? So literally, and then you can chew in the rookies. You can put in Mac. Like, it's literally so much you can do. I mean, the Titans, man, are going to have a dangerous team, man. And the NFL is not respecting us enough to literally look at that and see, hey, the Titans are here to stay. We're gearing up to go after the Chiefs, literally. I mean, that's the only thing we're missing is our D-line. And once we fix our D-line, if people go back and look at the Super Bowl, Pat Mahomes struggled when there was pressure. You will struggle. I don't care what type of quarterback you are. You will struggle when there's pressure on you. Maybe you have the athleticism to evade that pass rush, but you still, hey, I'm throwing off my back foot. I'm not being accurate when I'm throwing off my back foot. So once we garner a pass rush, then that puts us at the top and that elevates us to put us where, hey, we can compete with you guys. We get pressure on Pat Mahomes. The secondary we got, man, I got confidence. We'll beat him. Yep. But if we ain't got no pressure, he got all day to throw back. That's what killed us in the AFC Championship. He had all day to throw. Literally.
He did, man. You can't do that with Patrick Mahomes, man. You can't have that's Mike Jordan. You can't do that, right? You got to get to him. You got to get to him. Yeah,
you can't. And that's the thing too.
Pete Hicks.
That's the thing too. Is our biggest focus should be winning the AFC South. That's our biggest focus. And then once we get that home field advantage, then our next focus is chopping the head off the snake, which is the Chiefs. I mean, basically, we want
they're gonna be there. The Chiefs will be there.
We want to. I mean, that'll be sweet revenge, and just to beat them in a fashion that is just something that just is cool. I would love it, man. I would love it. I would love it. So, definitely.
I would love to see the Chiefs again, man. And to beat them. They're going to be there, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to the Super Bowl if you don't get past Kansas City. That's just what it is. So we have to, just like we feel the Baltimore Ravens, and the Colts are gearing up to beat us, the way that they're drafting, the way that they are building their team. I think that's what we're doing to try to build our team, not against them, but against the Chiefs. We got our eyes on the Chiefs, man. And we have something that no other team has versus the Chiefs, and that's a power running game. And I really think that bodes well for us. Now, yes, they signed Chris Jones. They re-signed him. He had an unbelievable, he did unbelievable, but I still think that's a weakness for them is their run defense. And so, we just need to get it all together in on offense to make sure that we score enough points against them. And then we put that pass rush on them and we can keep it even. We were even with them until the middle of the third quarter. And then, Patrick Mahomes is going to Patrick Mahomes. That's just what he's going to do.
Yep. I mean, the debacle. I mean, it happens. And like you said, it's Pat Mahomes. So once we get that missing piece, man, I'm telling you, man, it's going to be something else. And Corey B, that's a good point. Like you said, Chiefs versus Titans rivalry. Like, really, it's a rivalry now. Like, literally, we've been playing them. We beat them in the playoffs when we had Mariota. Then we lose in the playoffs when we was in the AFC Championship. We beat them in the regular season. I mean, literally, it's like every other year we play the Chiefs. It's like, okay, here we go again. Here we go
Yep,
again. Here we go again.
exactly.
So it's starting to be, and it's a good rivalry as well. I mean, literally, like we've played them at their best, they played us at our best. So
Yep.
just to see it, it's just to see how it's unfolding, it's ridiculous, man. And something that I'm loving that John is doing. John has learned the game from the Patriots so much that he has brought a lot of that flavor down to the Titans, and
Right.
it's starting to show. Like players want to play here. I mean, players are getting paid now. Like it's something that's not in our culture in the past. So it's something to look forward to. It's like, hey, Jadavion, you want to be part of a winning formula, man? Come on, don't be afraid, man. Everything is cool. Like literally, we're going to do this thing. But
yeah, man. Agreed.
let's get them likes up, man.
Yes, sir. Let's get them up. I think we're 34, 35. Let's get them up. Let's get them up. So, Shock.
Yo,
John Madden football.
oh
I've
man,
been playing for a very long time.
me too.
And I can't say that I play it anymore. My kids play it. But I still keep my eye on everything. I know all about the stats, the ratings, and all those things. We've been playing it since the beginning.
Right.
So the Tennessee Titans, some of their players, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was raining. Okay, so I'm gonna go, fans. I don't know if you guys have seen the ratings, but what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go over the top 10 players that that Madden 2021 has and their rating. Okay, so according to Madden, Derrick Henry is our best player. He's rated as a 93. Kevin Byard is a 91. Brett Kern, our punter's at an 85. Now, understand what I'm just saying. We only have 2 players in the 90 range. Okay, understand what I just said. Taylor Lewan is at an 84. Roger Saffold, an 84. Harold Landry, an 82. Jonathan Joseph, our new corner, that's 42 years old, an 81. AJ Brown, an 81. And Ben Jones, an 80. That's our top 10 players. We have a lot of players in the 70 range, between 70 and 79. So, talk to me, Jacques. What you think, bro?
So first, I want to say I feel like I was born with a controller in my hand. I've been playing, like you said, Madden from the beginning. I mean, literally from the beginning. So, and like you said, right now, I occasionally pick up the sticks and play, but not too much. Right. So when I look at the new Madden ratings, and I think they changed the ratings about 2 years ago, maybe, or about a year ago, to where any player that was in that 77 range is considered a good player, or a player that would back in the day would be in an 80 range. That'll be a top-notch player. But now it's like the 77 range. So when I look at that, I see a couple of players, several players that got snubbed, of course. My boy Dory, Jayon, where's Rashawn Evans? Big Jeff, you can even put him up there a little higher.
Exactly.
But
yes,
you disrespect, and Ryan Tannehill too. Ryan Tannehill.
Yep. Carlos Figueroa, I see that. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Ryan Tannehill. But you disrespect Henry, first of all. I honestly think Henry should be a 99. Okay? We don't have no 99 players. Byard should be at least a 95. I look at who else do we have? I mean, Butler should be in the 80s. Okay. Adore should be in the 80s. Literally. So when I look at the how they rated everything, it's Madden. That's what they do. Madden is almost a popularity contest with your team. Now, of course, we're the Titans, so the Titans are not supposed to be here. I don't know who says that or who says it and whatever, but we're here. We're here to stay. Okay,
we're here. Thanks. No paper. We're here, ladies and gentlemen.
I would love to see the overall rating of the team, because they do an overall rating at the end. So I would love to see, are we at 86 as a team? Are we 88? What do we got? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, just the overall ratings for the players that they got rated right there, some of those are fair. Like AJ Brown, that's fair. For a rookie to come out in the second year on Madden and be 81, that's fair. I give it. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have a 99 player. No, Henry should be a 99 running back, literally. And they'll say it's unfair. It's unfair. No, he should be a 99 rated running back in Madden, literally. And I think they have it to where if we complain enough, he'll get it. Byard too. I agree. Byard, the same thing. They got Byard like what, 91?
That Byard is a 91. Yes.
91,
let me go make
okay.
sure. That Byard at 91. Yes.
If we did it off a grading scale, he'll be considered an A player. Okay, cool. But he should be higher. You know what I mean? Okay, C-Dub said Raiders higher than us. That's ridiculous. The Raiders
don't have as much talent as we do.
The Raiders, come on, man. Like, Madden. Madden, like whoever does their ratings or whoever determines their ratings, I don't know what they're looking at, but like I said, everything's a popularity contest. And Kern should be the highest rated punter in the league. Like literally. So it's just the disrespect, of course. And this is what happens to us all the time as Titans players and Titans fans. We get disrespected. Of course, they even with Derrick Henry being the top 10 running back, they disrespected him on that as well. So it's just a disrespect. And I just look at Madden. Like I said, what I'll do every time on Madden, if I see the ratings are incorrect, I'm going to go in there and fix them. So I will put Derrick Henry at a 99. I will put Tannehill at an 85 or a 90. I will put them players, and we'll just ride with it like that.
Yes, agreed. And I totally agree about Brett Kern, man. Like, Brett Kern's an 85. Brett Kern's the best punter in the league, right? Yes. He should be about a 97 as a punter. Like that, when you're the best, you should be in the 90 range, between 99 and 95, somewhere in there, right?
Right.
So I also looked at some particulars. Derrick Henry. Now, I do like this stat. He is a 98 in stiff arm. Okay, he has the best stiff arm in the league when you look at the Madden rating. He's a 98. Now, guess who is the #1 running back for break tackles, man? And it's not Derrick Henry.
Let him time. If anybody in the comment section can guess this, boy, you are genius. Guess.
Exactly. Someone guess this. Who is in Madden who has the highest number for break tackles? And it's not Derrick Henry. I'm gonna give everybody about 30 seconds. Anyone? Yep, Jeremiah Robinson is correct. It's Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is at a 97 break tackle. And I'm not taking nothing away from Nick Chubb, but 97 break tackle, and Derrick Henry's at a 93. Right. 93. You telling me Nick Chubb is a better break? He can break tackles better than Derrick Henry? I think not. I think that's way off. Then, again, Chubb is dope. He's a great running back.
Yeah, he's dope.
Breaking tackles, he's not at Derrick Henry level quite yet. Okay, he's got the speed, he's got the agility, he can catch the ball. I get that. Now, when you look at speed for the corners, do you guys think Adoree Jackson made the top 10 in speed? And the number 10 corner is at 94. Think about that, right? Do y'all think that? Well, I'll give you a quick answer. No. They have Adoree Jackson speed at a 91. Okay,
that's disrespectful.
That's disrespectful, man. Adoree Jackson, he has unbelievable speed. I mean, he's a track guy, right? And when you look at the corners they have on there, I'm like, he's not faster than Adoree Jackson. He's not faster than Adoree Jackson. Like Adoree Jackson's not even he's not even an 80 at corner. So you got Ryan Tannehill, you got Rashaan Evans, Jeffrey Simmons, Adoree Jackson, Jayon Brown, Malcolm Butler. You guys can't sit there and tell me they can't at least be an 80, 82, right? We got 10 players, and only 2 of them are in the 90s. The rest are like 82, 80, 81. That's unbelievable, man. And, the league just, with Madden, I don't know where we're ranked versus other teams. I do know Oakland is ranked higher than us on the game. But, I don't know where we're ranked, but I think we should have more players in the 80 range. In the 80 range. You can't tell me Ryan Tannehill couldn't be an 81 or 82 at least.
It's a popularity contest. That's all it is, man. And even go back to the Adoree effect. I call it the Adoree effect. In college, man, Adoree was a beast. He was fast. He's still fast. He just doesn't get to show off his speed like he would in college because that's what he was. He was a specialist at returning punts. So when he doesn't get to show off his speed, when you're not returning kicks, not returning kicks, when you're not picking out balls and taking them to the end zone, they're not going to give you that. But in Madden, in everything else in this league, it's a popularity contest, and it should motivate the Titans to get to where we got grit. I mean, literally, it's grit. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at those ratings, I just, like I said, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix what the issue is. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fix it. So it's one of those things. And I'm looking at Jack Adams. He said the Colts players got robbed too. Darius Leonard should be, and I agree. Darius Leonard
should be about a 91. And Quentin Nelson could be a 97.
Right. So it's popularity. I mean, when you look at the AFC South, what are they gonna talk about? Deshaun Watson, right?
Right.
I mean, that's all you hear is Deshaun Watson. Derrick Henry for sometimes, but Deshaun Watson. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So my thing is, I'm like, okay, what do we got? You know what I'm saying? Why are we being disrespected like that? And it's just a popularity contest. So my thing is, until people in the national media and Madden can get over the popularity and just look at, hey, what we got. Hey, it's always gonna be like that until we sign Clowney. Once we sign Clowney, then you'll see the respect level go from here to here. They'll be like, okay, they went from here to here. They signed Clowney, and they already had. Like, I really honestly think, man, we might already have signed Clowney. I mean, that's a John Robinson thing to do. But it's disrespectful, man. And Madden should be ashamed of themselves, like always. And they do this every year. Every year. I mean, if you're gonna do something, do it right, and just put somebody in there, put a representative from each team in the rating room, and literally, you go through each team. Okay, what do you think your player should be rated? Let's look at film. Let's look at film and look at his stats. What does his stats say? He's a Russian champion. He's a Russian king. Let's look at his abilities. Let's look at his traits. Oh, he breaks tackles. Okay, his stiff arm is crazy. Okay, his speed. Something people don't realize. Derrick Henry is fast. Derrick Henry, when he runs,
Jags know about that.
Jags, they know about that all day. He's a floater. He's one of those runners. If you ran track, if you've done anything football, you have your strider and you have your floater. Derrick Henry is a combination of both.
Right.
His stride is long and he's a floater. So when I look at it, I'm like, on the game, y'all have him. What is his speed? What is his speed on the game?
I didn't see his speed. I just know he's a 93 overall.
Right. Right.
So LP, I see about Jeff Schwartz. I caught that too, sir. Jeff Schwartz, who's a former NFL player, he talked so bad about the Titans. He's like, the Titan fans are just delusional about their team. He felt that we were not as good as we were. Well, sir, we made it to the AFC Championship. Right. In football, there's no smoke and mirrors, man. You make it, you make it. You know what I mean? So it's not a fluke.
That to them, I mean, that's people like Jeff and people like Adam Stank. Literally, you give them these positions and they give their opinions, which is their opinion, if that's what they say, but don't disrespect us like that, man. We Titans fans, we know our stuff, man. Come on now.
Yeah, we do, man. We
definitely don't do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So fans, so what we're gonna do now, y'all, we're gonna have our subscriber appreciation. Okay. Again, as you see the hat, we got to 1,000. Again, we kindly appreciate it for those that just kind of joined into the show. We appreciate it, man. And everything. So what we're gonna do, man, we're going to start answering questions. I see you, Classic Rock Society, Pete Hicks.
Hey, I've seen Classic in a minute.
I know, yeah, exactly. Mighty Hydra 24. All right, so what we're gonna do, we are going to have the floor open for questions. And whoever we feel at the end gives us the best question, we're going to mail you out something. I know right now with, the virus going on and things like that, people are buying masks and everything like that. But you know what, man, I don't see a lot of people with Titan masks. So we're going to get you a Titans mask, for that person who asked the best question. We're going to mail it out to you. So at the end, we'll discuss that. We'll give you our email address. If you just want to just email us your address, man, we'll mail it out to you by the end, within the next few days. We'll mail you out a very nice mask, man, just as an appreciation for you guys watching our show and for us getting to 1,000, man. We just want to give an appreciation to you guys, because without you guys, man, we wouldn't be doing the show, man, and we appreciate it to the heart, man. We really do. Really do. So we're gonna open up the floodgates, man. We wanted to answer some questions. Hey, have at it.
Cali boy asked Clowney or Ramsey next year.
That's cool. I want to Titan. Oh, Titan the Truth did that too. Okay, cool. Okay, didn't know that. Cool, man. Okay. All right. Well, we're doing the exact same thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Classic Rock Society. So he said Clowney or Ramsey next year. Well, I'm hoping Clowney this year.
Right.
And Ramsey next year, because we'll have the money. But somebody brought up a point in our last show. They don't think the Rams will just give up on them. You know what I'm saying? After they've given up 2 first-round picks. I mean, as much as I would love to have Jalen Ramsey here, I think he's not going nowhere, man. Unless he just acts a fool, I don't think he's going anywhere.
Right. Now, I'm with you. Like you said, Ramsey, man, they'll give Ramsey the house, man. You don't give up a player like that. That's a once in a decade player, and you keep that decade player. So definitely, now they not giving them up, man. Definitely. Shout out to CT Saints fan. We got a Saints fan in there, man.
Yes, Saints, what's good, bro? What's happening?
Shout out. But No, I say Clowney this year. Ramsey, okay. I would love to have Ramsey, but just would they let him walk? I mean, we know Ramsey sometimes would be a hothead, but I think Ramsey would love to come home, and I think he would love to play in his home state and in front of his home fans. So if J. Rob man can swing that, J. Rob is the best GM ever. Now, if he just imagine. I mean, somebody in that secondary will have to go, like literally. Right. Somebody we can't. It's a crowded secondary. You got Jonathan. Just imagine these people. And I'm just hypothetically talking. I'm not just saying. Imagine Jalen Ramsey, Butler, Jonathan Joseph, Fulton, Adoree Jackson. You have what's the other corner we got? Man, we re-signed him.
I'm drawing a blank. Got playing a whole lot.
Yeah, we got the rookie Chris Jackson. He blocked the punt last year in the Chiefs game.
Kalu?
No, not Kalu. Man, we talk about it. I love he's real good, man. Dog, Titans fan, help me. Ty Smith.
Okay, Ty Smith. Okay, cool.
Ty Smith. So we got that's a crowded secondary room, but that's a talented that's a talented group, dog. So but I would love that. That would be awesome, man.
Yep. So let's see here. All right, Sean Crawford, what's good? What's happening? So do y'all think Christian Fulton will be a shutdown corner? And will Derrick Henry be the best Titan running back in Titans history with his $50 million contract?
Woo-hoo. So to answer part A, Christian Fulton will be a shutdown corner. Might not be early in his career, but he'll eventually be a shutdown corner once the game slows down and his technique gets better.
Okay.
Will Henry be the best tight? He has a lot of catching up to do. He got some catching up to do to Chris. He has some catching up to do to Eddie, to Earl Campbell. If we're gonna go to the Oilers days, he has some catching up to do. But if we're just strictly talking Titans, if he can surpass Chris and Eddie, then yes. But like I said, we'll see what he can do in these next 4 years. Definitely, if he can continue with 1,000 yards, definitely. But he has the potential. If we don't run him to the ground, definitely.
Potential. He does, man. He's about a good 6 or 7 years of productivity to get to that Mount Rushmore of a running back. And Christian Fulton does have the ability to be a shutdown corner. Absolutely. So it's just a matter of time, maturity and things for him to kind of get his feet wet. Yes, I do think it's very possible. Let's see here. Jeremiah Robinson. Is there a quarterback in free agency that could replace Tannehill if Tannehill gets hurt? Man.
Ooh.
I don't think right now. I
can't even say Cap because Cap hasn't played in 4 years.
Right.
I can't say Cap. I know Titan Upload is real big on Bortles. Is it Bortles?
Yes, like Bortles.
He's real big on Bortles. I can't see Bortles coming in here. Man, that's a good question, Robinson.
Right now, I don't think there's enough free agents. I think most of the quarterbacks, except Kaepernick, who is a free agent, is signed up for the most part.
You almost have to trade for one. You literally almost have to trade for a young quarterback to come in here and somebody that you think has potential that can come in here and take over for Tannehill. Granted, hopefully we don't have Tannehill get hurt, but in case, I'm like that's something I don't want to think about, but it's a reality, especially with how everything's going. But man, that's a good question, man.
Yep. So, hold up a second here. Just a second here. Classic Rod Society. So, do you believe Clowney is needed to get past the Chiefs? I believe without him, the D-line just won't have enough to stop Mahomes. Chiefs got faster. Woo! I agree. Yes. We need. That's why we're trying to sign Clowney to beat the Chiefs. Yep. If we do not get a pass rush against the Chiefs, we're not beating them, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to win the football game. Without him, yes, we will not win. So the Chiefs got faster. The Chiefs have signed their main players. They got Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs are here. The Chiefs like, we're here. We ain't nothing changing around here. Everybody wants Tyrann Mathieu wants to stay there. Even Sammy Watkins took a pay cut kind of to stay there, right? So, yes, if we don't have a pass rush, we're not beating them. Yes. We need Clowney to beat the Chiefs.
I agree. Yes. We talked about this earlier. We literally talked about this earlier, like literally before we hopped on this live stream. Literally. Yes. No, classic. That's a point. That's valid. I mean, that's facts. Literally. we have to bring in Clowney because, like I said, when the San Francisco, let me say this, go back to that Super Bowl. San Francisco 49ers has one of the best D lines in the league. Okay.
Yep.
They were able to get to Pat Mahomes. They were able to rattle him a little bit, but the juice kicked in and Pat Mahomes became the Hulk and took over the game. Of course, the 49ers don't have a good offense, so they really couldn't keep up blow for blow. But even if you go back and you look at when the Texans played them, I mean, their defensive line is not great, but they were able to get a little bit of pressure on them. So our defensive line is one of the weakest in the league, and we literally let this joker sit back here and throw all day. Once we get Clowney, that will, man, I'm telling you, it makes Vic Beasley better. It makes Harold Landry better. It makes Clowney better. I mean, literally, if we get Clowney, y'all, that is a Madden created team. Just think about it. That's a Madden created team. We talk about Madden. That's a Madden created team. Literally, you bringing in them. So, man, definitely. Now, that's a good. I mean, literally, we need Clowney, man. And just go back to the Chiefs, man. I mean, that's who we need to get through to get to the Super Bowl. Right. And shout out TA. TA's in here. Tag Anderson.
Thank you, good sir. What's happening? TA the Great. What's happening, bro? What's going on, man? All right. So looking at some other questions, you see one, Jacques, that you like?
Let's see. Let me see. Okay, so Dylan Kimbro. He said, "You go ahead and put it on the screen." There you go. Given we are entering this season in unprecedented territory with possibility of a regular season of the NFL, do you think the virus will cause teams and players to prepare, scheme any different, and helmets? Okay, so it's a two-part question. Hawk, what you think?
So with the possibility of a regular season of the NFL, do you all think the virus will cause team players to prepare, scheme any differently? Not necessarily, unless someone's sick with the virus and they can't play, then yes, you would have to do it differently. But if everyone's there ready to play and no one catches the virus, then I think it's the exact same. I don't think nothing has changed. I just think, again, it's going to take them a while to adapt because they've been away for so long, right? So not so much the scheme, but physically they got to do different things and stuff like that because there's not going to be any preseason games. There are things in that regard. But as far as preparation for a game, no, I don't think it'd be anything different unless, again, someone has, say, we play the Ravens and a star player, Lamar Jackson, somebody gets the virus or something, then yes, you change the whole dynamics. As far as the helmets, yes, we've heard that they are creating these helmets where they have a built-in mask. So that'd be interesting to see how that is. I think it's not really a bad idea. For those that have played football, understand, man, putting that helmet on in 90-degree weather is no joke. So I don't know how that's going to be, but they're creating things every day to make the game safer. So I think they will realize kind of what to do to make it happen. So that's what I think about it. What about you, Jacques?
So the scheme, it will be different, but like you said, how physically, like the physical, getting back into physical football shape, getting back to hitting and getting your body back, because people got to realize when you play football, when you haven't played football in a minute, your body has to build up to prepare to get hit again, to take that punishment. And something that they haven't been able to do is have rookie mini camp and stuff like that. And some teams are starting training camp on time, some are not. So with everything scheme wise, I see physically, if you have to scheme different, it would be because of, if I'm going to New York, hey, maybe things are different. Maybe this is different. So yeah, definitely scheme wise. And also, I add to this question and answer, I believe we will have players during the season that will get the virus. They will. It's just depends on who gets it, how it spreads, when it spreads. So I mean, just in soccer, Nashville, we have a soccer team, and 9 players off our team got the virus and they got kicked out of the tournament. Like I said on our last show, imagine if that happens and we're in the playoffs. Half the team gets the virus and then we on the AFC Championship. What do we do? Do we forfeit the game? Do we reschedule the game for 2 weeks? So definitely. And to the helmets, it's a unique concept. I've seen a couple of NFL players and I'm digging it because if you ever play with a visor on, man, I'm telling you, I used to play with a visor on when I played ball, man, and when it rains, it fogs up. When it's hot, it's hard to breathe. I mean, literally, it protects your eyes, yes, but you gotta sacrifice your breathing. You gotta sacrifice your sight, because when you got that visor on, you looking. Hey, it's hard, especially when it's raining, to add a face mask to it. And if you've been out and been out and about in this heat, I don't know about where y'all at, but in Nashville and Tennessee, it is hot. It's about 95, 98 degrees. With a mask on, I can't breathe with a mask on. So just to see that, it's unique, man. But I mean, if it helps them, if they can figure out how to make them breathe and an apparatus to get them going, hey, I'm for it. But yeah.
Yes. Great questions going on right now, man. Your Highness.
They bringing them in, dog. Hey, y'all bringing the heat.
So let's see.
Ooh, Jeremiah Robinson got another one. He said, could one of our corners be as good as Stephon Gilmore?
I got an answer for that.
I do too. Go ahead, Hawk.
I don't think so, man. Gilmore's a beast, man. Gilmore's a beast. I think we got players that can get close. I don't know if guys have really watched Stephon Gilmore play football. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephon Gilmore is the truth, okay? He was great with Buffalo, and that's why he signed a big contract with New England. It's not to say he's just so much better than what we have as far as our corners. But, they got, Gilmore's a pure shutdown corner. And when you look at the Patriots, their number one defense, you have to look at the fact that, they really don't have a lot of stars on the D-line. Their linebackers are pretty good. Dante Hightower from the Nashville area is really good. But Stephon Gilmore shut down the whole side of his field. I mean, Stephon Gilmore is a different beast. So, Adore, Malcolm Butler, Christian Fulton, those guys are some great corners. But they're not to Stephon Gilmore quite yet. They got some work to do. What about for you, man?
So, I would say this about Stephon. Stephon was good with the Bills, but he wasn't at the level he was how he is with the Patriots, okay? He wasn't shut down. But when I would watch Stephon, I'm like, okay, Stephon has potential. He just needs to get with the right system. He got with the Patriots system, and we know about the Patriots system. It can make you look like a star, right? Mm-hmm. So when he was with Buffalo, like I said, I've been to so many Buffalo games when they play here. He literally shut down Kendall Wright. Okay, I'm not saying Kendall Wright is like a number one receiver, but I'm like, okay, he has potential to do it, man. He has good potential. So I'm gonna say this: I do think we have corners that can get to Stephon's level, because I'm looking at time. So listen to me. I'm looking at the time of it. First 5 years of Stephon Gilmore's career, he was good. Right? Got with that next 5 years, he's elite. Same with Christian Fulton, Adore. Something I like about Adore has improved each year he has played corner. Remember, when we brought Adore in, he was a receiver, he was a running back, he was a cornerback, and he was a punt return and a kick return, right?
Right.
They said, we're going to make you a pure corner, and you're going to come here and learn. We got Kerry Combs. Kerry Combs. We brought Kerry Combs in, and I knew Kerry Combs was a good coach because one of DBU number 2, Ohio State, produces defensive backs like cattle. Like literally, they come out of freaking Ohio State left and right. Look at Okoye that plays with Detroit. Lattimore. I mean, literally, they come out the fold and they come out with talent. So what that showed me was he was able to show Adore how to play corner. Now, the only thing that Adore is missing is INTs. And remember, when Adore went down, what happened to our defense? What happened to our secondary?
Right.
Our secondary suffered. So I feel like once Adore continues to learn, they picked up his 5th-year option for a reason, y'all.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
He has to. That thing about Adore, he has to get his head down. Now we're gonna talk about our rookie Christian. A lot of people people are split between him. Like, yeah, he's good, but he's good as we play corner. I've seen how this kid has potential. Get this kid about once he hits his 5th year or 6th year in the league, and don't let him come out this year balling. And I'm telling you, if he has 5 picks, you're looking at a shutdown corner. What did I say about Tre'Davious White when he came out of college, Hawk? You know I wanted TD, man. I wanted TD bad because I seen the potential. TD is trending up too. He just plays for Buffalo, right?
Right.
He doesn't get that same energy as a Stephon Gilmore would. So, yes, I honestly do think we have potential. We have a DB that can potentially be on the Stephon Gilmore level. It's just going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight.
Right. So, Al P, He said, who would you two say is the best trio of quarterback, running back, and wide receiver in Titan Oilers history? I
Mm.
have that answer for y'all. I think it's an easy one. Steve McNair,
Mhm.
Eddie George, Derrick Mason. That's the best trio we've ever had here. Derrick Mason, in my opinion, is the best receiver we've ever had here. And he's arguably the best receiver the Ravens have ever had too. And it's kind of crazy. Derrick Mason took offense to that because the Ravens didn't have him as far as like the team of the decade or something like that. Hey, Derrick Mason took offense to that, man. But definitely here, he was the best receiver that I've seen here. Eddie George he was my favorite. These two gentlemen right here. Y'all see these folks right here? That's why they behind me right here, because that's the best quarterback we've had, and that's the best running back we've had here. So for me, that's an easy answer for me, man. When you talk about trio, right? We've had good quarterback, running backs, but we missed a receiver. Receiver's been the one we've had the most issues with, and quarterback too, really. You know what I mean? But yeah, those are the best three, no question. Good question now, P. No question.
Easy.
9, 27, and 85. No question.
I mean, like, hey, you took the words out of my mouth. Literally, like, if you were following the Titans from the beginning, even in the Oilers days, literally, Eddie, Steve, and D Mace. Eddie, Steve, and D Mace. Now, potentially, we have potential with AJ Brown can take the mantle from D Mace. You have a potential of D Henry can take the mantle from Eddie George.
Right.
And quarterback, I mean, you got Ryan Tannehill, but he's only been here a small amount of time. So definitely, but no, it's definitely the three amigos, man. Three amigos.
Yes. No
Comic
question.
God got a good question, man. He said, with his college experience, do you think Darrington Evans can step up as kick returner?
Yes.
I do.
He don't have a choice.
Right, so don't.
I mean, I know we have Jennings, and things, even Khalif Raymond at times. But yeah, I think he definitely get his opportunities as a kickoff returner. No question about it. Absolutely. Darrington Evans was one of the leaders in the nation in total yards. In total yards, I mean kick return, receiving, running back, everything. He did it all for Appalachian State. So absolutely, yes, I do think that he'll step up as a kick return. He'll have his opportunities, man. You know what I mean? And could he be our primary kick returner? That I don't know. A lot of times you want to get that to like a speedy receiver, speedy DB. He's a running back, and so we'd have to see. I wouldn't want him to be our primary kickoff returner though, because I want to use him in the offense. I'm not big on having your primary kick returner be on your offense or your defense, because you're gonna get him hurt. And as we've seen with Adoree Jackson, when he played punt returner, he struggled. And Adoree Jackson in college, even his first year in the league, he was a beast at returning kicks. And then he had a few fumbles. He got nicked up. Man, you could tell he did not want to. I don't care what nobody says. He did not want to return kicks. He literally was like, I ain't doing that. You know what I mean? He was fair catching, letting the ball go. I'm like, man, you gonna get the ball? And even when he would catch the ball, it'd be no one in front of him. I was like, bro, run, right? So yeah, I would prefer Darrington Evans at times to do it, but not be our primary kick returner.
I agree. I agree. With DE, man, I definitely think he should interchange, because Chris Jackson, I think, returned punts as well, kick returns as well. The cornerback, the 7th round pick we got from Marshall, so they can interchange and see what we have. But no, when Adoree, and I told you when we was at the game, I said that Joker looks scared, man. He looks scared. And if anybody's ever returned kicks or punts, man, it is scary, man.
It is scary.
Literally, you looking up and you see like every man from that's on the field running your way, and you just trying to evade, man. It's not fun. So you literally have to be brave to return kicks, literally. So I think he can do it. I hope he's smart with it, and we know special teams is one of the dangerous parts of our game. So definitely, but he's our smash and dash. I want to use him as smash and dash. I want to see what he can do.
Right. I'll keep going. I'm sorry, Jacques. Keep going, bro.
And I hate this virus, man, because we would actually be in the phase of rookie mini camps. We will see how our rookies are doing. They'll get that experience. We'll be talking about Darrington Evans and Christian Fulton and the big linemen that we signed. Like this virus is just, it sucks, man. I would love to see what we have out there. But hey.
So Mighty Hydra 24. I see Rashad Davis as well too, man. Yes, he's one of our kickoff returners as well to go. You're right. So Mighty Hydra said, what Titans team this season was the best in the history of the franchise? For me, the Super Bowl. Exactly. The 99 team. The 99 team. Yes. Best team we've ever had. I know, they was a wild card team, but what people don't realize, though they were a wild card team, they had the best record in NFL history as a wild card team. They were 12-4 that season. Okay, so that was an unbelievable season that we had as a wild card team, right? We wasn't an 8-8 team. We were 12-4. We was a good football team, and we made it to the Super Bowl. And even the Buffalo Bills that year, even though we beat them, they had a good team too. They were 11-5, right?
But they had Bruce Williams and all them, and man.
They had Rob Johnson. They had Doug Flutie. They had a quarterback controversy there. But they still had Andre Reed. Yes, they had the Buffalo Bills had a very good football team, very good defensive. I think they were actually. I know they were top 3 in defense. I know that for a fact. The 99 season, no question, man. 99.
People don't realize that 99 season prior to, we go back to the 98 season, we were the Oilers, right? And I'll never forget. They were like, man, we trying to figure out a name for the team when they're changing guard, this and this. And when we changed the next year to the Titans, that's ironic that we went to the Super Bowl. And it's insane. For me, it's the 99 season. I mean, that was a spectacular season for the city. That was a spectacular season for just to be a first-time Titans fan. Remember, people, we were the first Titans fans in 99. I went to the first game once that stadium got built. It was a preseason game. Never forget. Sitting in the 300 nosebleed section. Never forget. I mean, it was dope. So that 99 season was incredible, man. I never forget. When we played the Bills, man, and we were down and we thought we lost, man, I cut the TV off. I was devastated. And we cut the TV back on. The Music City Miracle happens. Then we go to Indianapolis, and Eddie George has that 90-yard run he did. Then we go and play the Jaguars in the AFC Championship, man, and we spanked them.
Yep.
Man, it was amazing.
And Zach Carpenter said the Jags were 14-2, and the 2 losses was against us in the playoffs. The Jags hated the Titans. They still hate the Titans. The Bills still hate the Titans.
Hey, and they had a hell of a team. They had Fred Taylor, Mark Brunell. They had the receivers.
Mark Cardale, Jimmy Smith. Tony Bracken's on defense. Donovan Darius.
Big Henderson.
Fernando Bryant.
But from that, man, I'm people, this is how much we know football. Literally 14-2. And that's when we had the AFC Central. So
I played against Fernando in high school. He's from Tennessee.
It's crazy. I mean, and that's the AFC Central days when you had to climb to get to the AFC Championship. It was the best of 8 teams. Like literally, man. Those were good times, man. So for me, 99 all day, man. I mean, and people, if I have to say the second greatest season would be last year. last year was amazing. Like literally, last year was a roller coaster, man. Like to see how last year played out, it was amazing. Like literally, like it can almost compare a little bit from the excitement piece, because I feel like this last year's season compared to the 99 season was the excitement, because you think about it, each time it was something exciting happening in that 99 season. Last year, the 2019 season, same thing. We go in and beat the Kansas City Chiefs. We weren't supposed to beat them. Mariota, though, it was so much drama behind it, but it was dope, man. And also, before you get to the next question, Jack Adams, man, thank you for the info, dude. He said that it just came out. If players test positive, they are put on IR for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. When I saw that, I was like, wow. I saw that from Jack Adams. Yes.
3 weeks?
Wow. I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm not surprised, and like I said, that's, I'm trying to tell you, I don't think we're going to start on time. I don't. So, so the virus is real, ladies and gentlemen. And me and Jacques, we know of people who've had it and who still have it. Thank God, no one has passed from it, but they're dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? I have known someone that has passed away from it some months ago, but it's something that you don't want to get. I know I don't. That's why I got my mask on, even if I'm cutting the grass. So I'm not surprised that they would be on IR for 3 weeks, because it takes time. You got to quarantine. So yeah, man. So.
Kimbro said the game made me a Titans fan. He was 8, man. I was young too, man. When I was in 5th grade. I was young, man. I
was in college, man, and I was the day the Music City. I'm so mad I did not see the whole freaking game. I saw up to the halftime, and I was coaching a basketball game. I was a basketball coach,
Right.
and I was going back and forth. All the parents was pissed at me because I was coaching the game and I was running to go back to the lobby to see the game. I probably coached an equivalent of probably a quarter for the game. And I was able to see the kickoff. I mean, the Kevin Dyson play, and I know several people that was at the game, man, when it happened, man. I'm calling it was an insane day. Is
Right. Right.
any of the fans that's on our chat? Was anyone at the game against the Buffalo Bills on the Music City Miracle, man? I've seen some unbelievable plays. To me, the best play I've seen at the Titan Stadium was Derrick Henry's 99-yard run. My wife thought I lost my mom. Was jumped off the damn stadium, man.
I was there
mine,
too.
man. I know you were. That's right, you were.
Man,
But
I never forget
has anyone seen live the Music City Miracle, man? Anyone in the comments, man? Anybody? Because that's, oh my God, I wish I could have seen that, man. I lost my mind when I saw it. I'm telling you, man, like I didn't coach the rest of the game, bro.
Tommy Dixon said he was there. I can only imagine, man. I can only imagine
man, dude.
The energy. Just imagine the energy in that stadium when that play erupted and it happened, man. I would love to replicate something like that again, man. And remember back in the day, people. That's when the Philadelphia Coliseum was sold out to the T.
It was.
You couldn't get no tickets. I mean, get a Titans ticket was hard, man. It was like luxury. It's like, hey, we going to the Titans game. It was something. So,
and see, Jacques, let me tell you this too, man. Like two things. When I even to this day, I know Titan fans feel me on this. When I hear the Music City Miracle, even to this day, I get chills every single time. Every time when I hear that, you know what I'm saying? Every time, man. It's a miracle. I mean, every time I hear that, I'm like, man, like I get chills. Then the Titans back in '99, guys. Listen, again, I was in college. I was a young guy. I was a young adult, so I clearly remember all these things. So some of these players, some of them they're around the same age. They might be a year or two older than me, but when we would see them in the city, like a Samari Roll, Javon Curse, Eddie George, Steve, we ran into these guys all the time in the city. I'm telling you, these were mega stars. Okay, they were superstars. They was almost like They were like celebrities, and when you would see them, everybody was just like in awe. You saw Steve McNair, like, oh my God, it's Steve McNair. And I've talked to Steve McNair personally, and like, when you would talk to him, like, man, I can't believe I'm talking to Steve McNair. And I've been in places, me and my friends, a lot of my friends can attest, we've been in plenty of places where Javon Curse was at, Samari Rowe, and we always sit down and like we talk to these guys. Like, man, I can't believe I'm talking to Javon Curse. It's unbelievable. You know what I mean? And so that's the '99 team was something, man. Something.
Right. So Derrick Time says, what was the worst Titan team in franchise history? Whoa.
Man, from what I can remember, I don't know their record right offhand, but I'm gonna tell you the one year I used to be so pissed at the Tennessee Titans, man. That was 2006, man. I think maybe it was Pac-Man's rookie year or his second year in the league. Yeah. They were trash, dude. Man, bro. Who asked that question?
Let me see. Derrick Time.
Okay.
Derrick Time.
Derrick Time. Yes.
Yeah. I mean for me, because that's the year so we got the 2006. Because that's when Pac-Man was with the team. Is that the year we that's the one year we drafted Vince Young right after that, was it? Because we were like 4-12 or something like that.
I think 07. He got drafted the year after that.
So for me, it would be between we had Antonio Andrews and before we got Mariota. That time between like 2014, 2013, the Titans were trash. Trash. I mean, literally, you can name probably like 3 players on the team at the time. And I mean, that's when we were going through the GM, was it Rustin Webster?
Yes, Rustin Webster. Yep.
Rustin Webster. I mean, we had Rusty Smith playing quarterback. We've come a long way, but for me, it'll probably be that 2013, 2014 season, and then we ended up like being what? We had the number 2 pick. Was it number 2 pick? Yeah, when we got Mariota. And so that would kind of brought the energy back. But for me, definitely, man, it was man. And Jeremiah Robinson said the year we lost McNair. I agree. The year we lost McNair and we had Billy Volek for a while. You that's when you started to see the Titans do a little downtrend. And then we had a little hump in 2008, but then for years, man, it was just, man.
Yeah, we were, man, terrible. It was embarrassing, man. We knew we were going to lose. I was like, we're going to lose that game. We're going to lose this game. We're going to lose this game. Like, I mean, it was It was terrible, man. We had a string of years like that. It was just,
Man, it
and
was
ladies
hard.
and gentlemen, do y'all know the last time we won the AFC South? Because we know the answer, but I'm asking you all that because somebody put that in the comments, and also smash the like button.
Yes.
Can someone put that down? The last time the Tennessee Titans won the AFC South. It's been a long time, ladies and gentlemen, and it's not been recently at all. So we had a string of years, man, where we stunk. Yes, Jake River J, exactly. 2008, man. That's a long time ago, dude. 2008,
Take the South.
man.
Take the South. The new motto is take the South. The Titans, hey, take the South. Take
Yep.
the South.
Rusty Smith. That's right. I remember Rusty Smith.
Jake River J also had a question. He said, "Who do y'all think the next Titans players we sign to a big contract will be?" He says Jonnu will be his first choice. Who you got, Hawk?
Who asked that?
Jake River J.
Okay, cool. The next free agent, man.
Free agent. Next Titans player.
I don't think Jonnu would count or cost a lot of money for us. We'll sign him. We need to sign him. You know what I mean when that comes up. But we have players like Kevin Byers. His contract is good. Taylor Lewan's is good. When we look at it now, they got good contracts. I'm trying to think who else could.
Jayon.
I would say Rashawn Evans.
I would say Jayon.
Okay.
I would say Jayon Brown. The work Jayon has put in, man, you're gonna have to pay him. I'm not just saying you're gonna break the bank to pay him, but it's important to keep Jayon because Jayon almost reminds me of Stephen Tulloch, but a better version of him.
Yeah.
And if people remember Stephen Tulloch, the linebacker we had, hey, he was a beast. He was a beast. He was with Detroit for a long time. For me, but if we have to say a bank breaking player, I wouldn't say Corey Davis because Corey can't really ask for that much money because his body of work show. I mean, he's still cold. Yeah. That's my boy. Maybe
Zach Carpenter said Adore. I can see Adore saying I need the paper. I can see that because he's a corner, right? And especially as he stated as well, if Malcolm Butler leaves, Adore is gonna be like, holla at your boy, right? So I would think Rashawn Evans would get paid more than Jayon Brown. One, he's a first round pick. Okay. So, Jayon is an unbelievable linebacker. Right. But I think Rashawn Evans, you're going to see him go from here to here next year. I think Rashawn Evans is trying to be one of the best middle linebackers in the league.
Hey, he's my breakout player, man. Like literally, like it just he's a special guy. But like I said, I still see Jayon's body of work. When Jayon almost puts up 100 tackles since he's been here, 100 tackles a year, like literally. So, but I mean, Titans, we've never really struggled in the linebacker category. We've always had good
linebackers. Man. We had a few years in, but for the most part, overall, we've always had good linebackers. But as far as who's up next, I know he said Jonnu Smith would be up next. Rashawn Evans, his contract is not coming up anytime soon. Jayon Brown's is. So I could see that. You know what I mean? Adore's too. So, yep. So, let's see here. I see AJ Brown and Humphreys. I see that too. But they still got a few more years left. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
J-Rob effect, man. He hey, your clone come in here, man. And you maybe you don't have to break the bank on Jayon because we do have Davis, David Long. Right. So David Long is Jayon's clone 2.0, a little quicker and a little slimmer, but
yep, that's right. So we'll open the door for just a few more questions, man, before we end the show. These are great questions, great comments, man. We've had over 50-some people that's been on the show. We're at 47 right now. Again, smash the like button, folks. And again, at the end, we're going to award the individual who's asked us the best question. So, and again, we'll send a mask out to you, man, a Titans mask at that.
JS75 asks, who should Titans franchise tag for next year? So, I don't really see a big need for the franchise tag next year just because I feel like we've sold up all our big pieces and big players that we needed to sell up. So, honestly, you can throw the franchise tag out. I'm going to say that. Matter of fact, I think next year you can bring in a little bit more piece. I mean, what besides DN and backup quarterback, what big hole do we really have? Besides maybe receiver, maybe. But
the franchise tag could be put on several. It could be put on Corey Davis.
It could. Jayon.
Adore Jackson. But they picked up Adore's fifth option, so I don't know if he would be eligible for the franchise. Corey Davis would.
Adoree will get. I feel like Adoree will get. They'll work out a long-term contract even before this season is up. I have a feeling about that. But I can see, like you said, Corey Davis, Jayon, Jonnu. I mean, if they want to put Jonnu on a franchise tag, you could. So, I mean,
it'd be crazy to franchise Corey Davis because, I think if you do Corey Davis would probably want that because he'll get a nice little paycheck. You know what I'm saying? And then he has another year. Big old Titan, what's happening? He'll have another year where he can prove himself. Because I like Corey Davis, but if the Titans would say, look, man, like, he's going to have to, ladies and gentlemen, Corey Davis is going to have to produce next year. He's the 5th pick of the draft. He's going to have to produce. And I really hope that he does. Because if he produces and A.J. Brown produces and Jonnu Smith produces, man, Kansas City better watch out. We coming. We coming.
B. Grover. Brian Grover says, who do you think would be the serviceable quarterback behind Tannehill? Your question, B. Shout out to B.
Yep.
Man.
I said there's not a lot. You got Bortles, you got Kaepernick. I'm trying to think of some other. I think Mike Glennon is still out there. Like there's not a lot available, ladies and gentlemen. It really isn't. There who now?
You got Josh Johnson.
Yeah, but all the players are pretty much signed up. I think the interesting part will be when the season starts. Players get hurt, players get cut. Then we'll see when because even Ryan Tannehill, you know what I mean? Like, well, we signed him, right? But he wasn't just out just before the season, like out of no man's land. He got signed before the offseason. So I don't know. I mean, it just right now, there's none really available unless you bring them in just as a workout and see what happens.
So, I'm gonna say this: the Titans would have signed a quarterback a long time ago. If they didn't have confidence in Logan Woodside or Colt McDonald. Was it Colt? Yeah, they would have signed somebody a long time ago. It's John Robinson, man. J. Rob sees something. And I'm gonna say something about Logan. Okay, something that when I seen Logan play in the preseason last year, in that last game Logan played, and he was able to move him down the field, and he was playing. I think AJ Brown played that game a little bit, and Khalif Raymond played that game because Khalif was snatching everything. I think that's the game that got Khalif in the 53-man roster. Logan has upside. Do I trust him if Tannehill goes down? Hell no.
Nope. I don't.
Hell no. But this is why it's so important for us. This is why it was so important for us to have a preseason, because you needed this. I would have set Tannehill down the whole preseason, and Colt and Logan would have went head to head the whole preseason. Whole preseason. I would have said, hey, Henry, you don't have to play. Hey, Aaron, get out there. Every rookie that hasn't played, you're getting out there and you're playing today. So Tannehill wouldn't have had to touch nothing. You maybe want to get him a little reps here and there just to get him back in the groove, but no, just to see what you got, because it'll be a mistake. It'll be a mistake on J. Rob's part. I think this is where J. Rob will drop the ball. Not bringing in a backup quarterback or a veteran quarterback, and Tannehill goes down. It's a wrap, dog. It's a wrap. I see it's going from this to this.
Right. Exactly.
Unless people run on Henry's back the whole time, but I don't see that.
Right. So, well, Jacqueline, are you ready to see who won as far as question of the day?
Let's take one more.
Okay.
One more. Let's see. I'm gonna let you pick it, Hawk.
Let's see.
Whoa, I Mighty Hydra. Woo, that was good. Check out Mighty Hydra, man.
Let me see here. Did it just post or? No, I don't know. Mine is behind. Let me see here. I don't see nothing right now.
So he says, "Wow, nothing will ever be like the Music City Miracle. What are your favorite recent moments that gave you chills in a similar way? Mariota's pass himself and the Henry TD pass stands out to me. It's out to him. What do you think, Hawk?"
I don't know, man. That Derrick Henry play, man, 2 years ago. We didn't make the playoffs that year. The run that he made against Jacksonville, man, 2 years ago, still sticks out of my mind. One, I was there when it happened, okay? The crowd lost their minds when it happened, okay? And you was there too, Jacques, okay? We called each other. Like, I was like, man, I cannot believe. Matter of fact, it was so crazy. My phone died on me. That's how crazy it was. Remember, I said, man, my phone was dying right now. Right. And so, it was a night game. the lights were on. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like just the floodgates just opened. And Derrick Henry,
It was
99
cold.
yards, man. And I'm gonna tell you this. The announcer, what's his name on channel?
Mikey?
No, not Mike Keith, not the Titans guy, the national CBS, NBC, Fox, the Fox guy. Oh gosh, who called it, man, from Fox Sports? Somebody will say it on the comments. He's one of the more one of the regular guys that he's with Troy Aikman at times, Tony Romo and things like that.
Not Bucky,
He
not um
he didn't give he didn't
Joe Buck.
give Joe Buck. Yes,
Yeah,
thank you, Jake
yeah.
Jake Ripper. Joe Buck. Joe Buck did not give that play any good service, bro. He was like, oh, he's at the 50, in the 40. Oh my gosh, 99 yards, touchdown, Titan. It was nothing. I was like, I want to hear Mike Keith say this. I felt that play was just like he was too smooth on it. I'm like, man, that was an unbelievable play. So that's the play that sticks out in my mind. And man, it was another game, man. Steve McNair against the Ravens, man. The year he won the MVP, I was there as well at that game, man. And Steve McNair had a final drive at the end, man, at the 1 yard line. He scored a touchdown at the end, man. Sent chills. I mean, I'm talking about the whole crowd just lost their minds, man. So those two plays, besides the Music City Miracle, are the plays that stick out in my mind as far as us winning the football game.
For me, it would be, of course, the 99-yarder. I mean, that was almost not comparing it to the Music City Miracle, but it was up there with it to actually see how the play unfolded and just how he was throwing people off. I mean, literally, like you said, I was jumping up and down in the stands, literally jumping up and down. And I was like, man, I can't believe I just witnessed this and seen this run. It was amazing. And then one for me is Mariota when they beat the Eagles and how they beat the Eagles. And how he marched them down the field, and Corey Davis caught that game-winning touchdown. It was incredible. Yeah, that was one. And like I said, we've been critical of Mariota, but he's also done a lot of great things. I just think
he has. Mariota's won a lot of football games, dude.
Won a lot of football games, and it's just a situation of just a revolving door just killed him, man. And it just killed him being a Titan. And I wish him good luck, man. But those are the two ones. And I mean, we can talk all day.
Okay. I can talk about that Vince Young against his hometown team of the Houston Texans when he had that long run.
That was another one. That was another one. And the one they beat the Cardinals when he threw that pass to Kenny Britt in the back of the end zone. That was dope as well, man. Like that was several different. And the Chris Johnson runs were amazing too, man. Like
it was, man.
Just to see him get those 55 and 80-yard runs and the battle him and Maurice Jones-Drew did that one game when they were going back and forth, and man, it was amazing, man. So
Yep. So well, all right. Let me move this here, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we want to do now, we are wanting to reward the individual who had the best question on the show. Okay. Now, me and Jacques, we are working remotely, so I can't, see who he has as to who he thinks would have won. But I definitely have mine, man. I want to get your opinion on this, Jacques.
Okay.
So for me, the best question that I felt came from Classic Ride Society when he asked about Jadeveon Clowney and the Chiefs. Meaning, if we have a pass rush, is that good enough to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, given that was a lack from us last year? And basically how important it is for us to sign a Jadeveon or any defensive end to beat the Chiefs. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we missed the Super Bowl. The Kansas City Chiefs was in the way. If we beat them, we're going to the Super Bowl. And we would have beat the 49ers, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? We would have. Our stopping block was the damn Chiefs. Okay? So to me, that was the best question of the day. What about for you, sir?
I'm gonna have to go Classic too, man. Like that's the $1 million. And there's a lot of good questions, man. A lot of good questions.
Man.
That question and it hit it right like on the curb. But Classic, you got this one this time. But I think it was the question. The best Titans moment? That was right behind it. But Classic, you got it, man. You got it. You got the question of the day. Now, people, don't get discouraged because this is gonna be an ongoing thing on the show. Might not be a mask, it might be a tight shirt, might be something else. We don't know. But keep those, man. I've never been in a comment section where the audience is so engaged where
Yes.
they are hitting you with heat and questions, man. These y'all bring some amazing questions, dog. And shout out to y'all, man. Like I said, man, we wouldn't be Titans fans, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for y'all. And definitely, man, we really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, man. Well, Classic Rock Society, if you're still on here, man, okay, I see your comment, bro. Hey, just email us.
Email us.
Tennessee Titans Weekly at gmail.com. Just email us. Just email your address. We'll mail it out to you, man. Congratulations to you. And again, we'll be doing this again. You know what I mean? We appreciate everyone being involved in the show, man. Love that. Love it. Love it. Love it, man. Yeah, well, that question was by Dylan Kimbrough, the one you was talking about.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Hey, good question, dog. Good
Yep.
question, man.
Jake Ribber Jay asked a good question about like as far as contract and years, and he asked a very good question too. So, man,
Hey,
again, a lot of
Jeremiah
good
be bringing the heat too, man. Hey,
yeah, man.
shout out to
Yep.
JR, man.
Yep. So yeah. So again, just email us. Just email us, and we'll get it out to you, man. We sure will. We sure will, man. So,
Right.
well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you again for getting us to a whopping 1,000 subscribers, man. As it shows on my hat. You know, guys, we're having a ball.
Yes.
I love doing this.
Yeah.
I appreciate everybody watching our shows, man. Really do, man. And I hope
Right.
you guys enjoy the content that we're bringing. And man, when it's our time to do our show, man, we're ready, man. It's like, man, we got the show tonight. We're gonna do the show tonight. We gonna do this thing. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, and like you said, man, I hope this brings joy to y'all for us to bring this content to y'all, especially with everything's going on. You stuck in the house, or if you're not stuck in the house, however it is. I hope we as Titans fans bring y'all joy, man. And definitely, like you said, we really appreciate y'all. And definitely, man, I've had a ball, man, doing this. Like, it's so much fun, man, doing the show and just chopping it up. Like I said, it's a chop up, man. We chopping it up with y'all, man. And I always wanted to do a show for the fans. Like, we can do a pre-recorded show. We can do that all day, man. But this is what I wanted, and I'm glad we got it, man. So, like I tell anybody, man, tighten up, dog, and share the video. Get them out. I mean, like I said, we appreciate the 1,000 subs. Let's get it to 2. I mean, hey, let's keep rising. Let's keep growing, man, as a channel. And we along with the ride. And definitely, man, tighten up. Like I said, like, subscribe to your uncle, your auntie, your grandmama. Tell everybody.
Yes. And as Al Pierce always says, go Titans, kick massive tail. Exactly. So for those that want to hit us up on Instagram as well, you can go to Instagram at Tennessee Titans Weekly. We bring content on that as well. You can also go on Twitter at Titans Weekly 24/7. Our email address is again Tennessee Titans Weekly at gmail.com. Thank you as well for the comments upon our logo. If you haven't seen our logo, check out our new logo. We have that out as well too. Man, it's got a lot of fire in it, like a boom, to hit you. So tighten up, man. We're here, bro. That's what we're gonna do.
Shout out to my boy Bam for the logo, man. He does logos, graphic design. So if you ever wanted to hit our Instagram DMs, and I can shoot you his information. But shout out to you, Bam, for the logo. We really appreciate it, man.
We really do. We really do, man. Really do. So cool, man. So we'll definitely have a show next week. Again, as we state, man, we have so many ideas and so many things coming down the pipeline. Just stay in tune. I'm telling you.
Right.
Just be on the lookout. We have a lot of things planned, a lot of interviews coming. So man, hey, it's gonna be a lot we got coming up, man. So just be on the lookout, man. Especially when the season comes. Oh my gosh,
man. Woo.
You guys just don't know, man. I'm telling you. Just wait.
Get
just
ready.
Wait.
You got some ready.
We sure do. So ladies and gentlemen, to you and yours, once again, we appreciate it, man. Catch us again next week. We definitely, let you know before the show starts as far as when we'll air our next show. I hope everyone has a great day and a great weekend. Tighten up to everybody, and let's get it, man.
Yes, sir. We out.
Yes, sir. We'll talk to y'all later, folks. All right, tighten up.
Tighten up.
Tighten up, baby. Yes, sir. Thanks. No paper.